Yo, what's going on, my print peeps? Thank you for checking back in. For those of you who are new, my name is Dave with Diversity Print. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to just explain or talk about two issues going on at the same time here. And then after that, you can keep watching or you can go on to your merry way and do something else or whatever. But I want to get this out the way first, and then I'll explain after that why I am making this video for this, or to talk about this. So what we have here, well, we don't have low ink levels. I mean, the lowest one is yellow and it's on the second marker. It may be a hair above the second marker on the yellow, but over here we have the maintenance box end of life message, right? So when the maintenance box starts going out, it will start giving you messages. So at that point, if you do not have a backup maintenance box, you will need to hurry up and order one online, get it locally, whatever, get your backup maintenance box ready, because after a certain point, it'll probably wait until it's like 95% full, and then it's going to stop, and it will give you the screen here, and you cannot do anything else until you change that maintenance box. And it's to protect you or protect the printer, and so it's to help from overflowing it and whatnot, right? It's to help protect your printer. So if you are forgetting about your inks, right, and they are critically low, I'm talking about at the one little marker down there at the bottom, maybe even below that, okay? And you're just like, I just want to use it until it gets to the bottom, okay? That's your prerogative, whatever. But whenever you get to this maintenance box, don't think that you have to go through this setup and changing it out before you change your inks out. There's nothing stopping you from opening this cover and opening the reservoir lids, getting your ink bottles and filling them up to halfway, 3/4, all the way to the top, whatever, right? And then coming over here and then changing your maintenance box. And then once you do all that, then you can go into the panel here and you can easily access your reset ink levels, and then you can go through that process, right? And so now that I got that out the way, I don't know if it was a suggestion, but let me tell you, if your inks are critically low, if you have this message of the maintenance box and you cannot get off this screen, fill up your inks, okay, get that out the way, and you can go and do the reset ink levels later. Then do your maintenance box, get this message and all this window out of the way, and then go reset your inks. I may have said that 2 or 3 times in a row, but I want you to understand. And the reason now you can go on your merry way, or you can keep on watching. But the reason I say that is because it's been about maybe 10 months or so that I've seen people posting, whether it was in forums or groups, social media groups or whatever. And maybe people are learning from those, maybe not. I don't know. I haven't really seen anything recently, but these printers, people are gonna still be buying them. So at least this information will be out there in case somebody runs into that, into this issue that I'm talking about right here. So the thing was people were like, oh, I changed out my maintenance box, and it did a cleaning or a cleaning cycle or a nozzle check or whatever, and after a while my prints started coming out banding and I can't get rid of them. So I think somewhere, I can't remember the wording, I can't find that post or whatever, but I just remember somebody asking where were your ink levels or this and that. So I was just putting 2 to 2 together, and my thinking was they were probably critically low on their inks, and they thought that they had to go through the maintenance box procedure first because you can't do anything. You have to. The only button to do is see guide, and then it takes you through the steps, right? And so either they didn't think about the inks being low, or they thought that they couldn't add inks in there without going through the screen first. But you don't have to. You don't have to go through the screen. You can fill up your inks and then go to the screen a little bit later. But I think they did the maintenance box, and they talked about something about doing a clean or whatever. So maybe it did a charge or something, or maybe it did maybe it was time to do another, cleaning cycle, and they were probably critically low. And I'm assuming, I have not seen one of these open yet, but I'm assuming this is like a CISS kit, or a continuous ink supply system kit, where you have your reservoirs, and the reservoir at the very bottom, your tube usually comes from the bottom and sucks ink gravity and sucks it through the lines, and the line comes this way, and then it goes out to the print head. I don't think it goes from the back. That would, I think, will just waste ink. It will be still sitting some at the very bottom. So if you're critically low and you change this out and it does a cycle or a head clean or whatever, you could potentially be sucking air, and then you're getting air in your lines, and it may print good because the lines are pretty substantial and they hold a lot of ink, and so you may be able to print a little bit. But once that air bubble goes all the way to the end, you're going to start getting banding. And I think the only way you can do that is like a purge or something like that, to where you have to get all that, and you're going to be, if you have to go do that, and you're going to be wasting a lot of ink. You're going to be now filling up your maintenance box full of wasted ink because you did this step first and you were critically low on your inks, and it somehow just did we don't know the whole story. People may leave certain details out. We don't know, but that could have been the issue. And so that's what I'm just saying is, if it's happening to you, fill your inks up if they're critically low before doing this maintenance box replacement. And I think that's it. That's all I had to really say about that. I just want you to realize that you don't want to mess with low ink, and make sure you don't go critically low at any point, but especially when you got this screen right here. Don't think you have to go through this. Fill up your inks first, because you don't want to suck air into the lines and then potentially have air in your lines getting sucked in. So anyway, hopefully you liked the video. If you like to, give it a thumbs up. If you did not like the video, let me know, as always, by giving it a thumbs up. Share this to anybody who you may think it may help. And yeah, hopefully you're having a good day printing. We'll talk to you next time, and until then, peace. Yo, what's going on, my print peeps? Thank you for checking back in. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Everything's in frame. Blah, blah, blah. That's how everybody does it.